Welcome, race fans, to Red Line TVs. We're going to bring you flag-to-flag coverage of today's 60-plus Racing League here from Daytona. I'm Jeff Dodson, and I got alongside with me here Charles Smith. Welcome, Charles.
Glad to be here.
Yep, this should be a very fun race today here at Daytona Road Course. This is a 3.56-mile facility here. The drivers today here in the 60-plus league will be taking on the HPD and the Pro Mazda in two different class style racing here. But we've seen some fast times in the HPDs, and I tell you one thing, watching those guys there, they just come up on those Pro Mazdas so quick, and they just pass them with ease, and it doesn't really even matter to anything. But I think that might be something we have to watch here today, Charles, is that when an HPD does catch up to a Pro Mazda, is that possibly going to cause issues if he's actually racing with someone else in his class to try to get around the slower cars of a Pro Mazda?
Yes, as we've seen before, that will definitely be an issue.
Well, folks, we'll get ready to get to the gridding process here as we await qualifying to be over. And so how much time do they have left in qualifying, actually? I didn't...
Less than a minute.
Gotcha. Okay. So, while we wait, we'll be right back.
Okay, guys, welcome. Welcome to the 60-plus league for the Daytona road course. This will be the
Okay, I do apologize for that, folks. I had the iRacing chat coming through on the thing there. We got that taken care of. All right, let's get down through your gridding process here and get these guys started. Starting on the pole position in the HPD class, we have Andrew Fiedler, and Donald Strout will start alongside of him in second. Andy Morgan will start in third, and Jose Vandeven will start fourth. Marcel Gutierrez will start in fifth, Dode Hoskins in sixth. Richard Columbia will start seventh, and Remigio Di Pasqua will start in eighth. Charles?
Yeah, you kind of went over there.
Oh, dude, I thought there was 8 HPDs.
Yeah, 2 didn't qualify. They'll be starting at the rear.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So Richard Columbia will actually have first in the Pro Mazda. Remigio Di Pasqua will have second in the Pro Mazda. Starting third in Pro Mazda will be Joe Martin. Starting fourth will be Harold Linville. Starting fifth will be Gianni Rispato. Starting sixth will be Dennis Cook. Starting seventh will be Jose Carlos Campadonico. And as I said before, there will be 2 HPDs starting at the rear, which will be Stephen Karkner and Bruce Poole.
Alrighty. Well, I do apologize for that, folks, for that mishap there. I thought that those guys did post a qualifying time, but it looks like they didn't. So while we're waiting for the grading process here, we're going to step away really quick here and play the invocation.
Almighty God, please bless the preparation and performance of these racers today, believers and non-believers alike. Allow the spirit of friendship to overcome the spirit of conflict and anger. May all participants feel your presence and the joy of competition and mastery. Thank you for this opportunity, and may all continue in good health. In the power of your name, amen.
All right, folks, we're back here, and we're getting ready to get this race under green here at Daytona. 25 laps today around the facility here for the guys in the HPDs and the Pro Mazdas. So I think we'll see a very good race here today coming from these guys at Daytona. All right, the pace car dives in.
Green, green,
And there's the green flag. We're underway here at Daytona for the 60 Plus Racing Series HPDs and Pro Mazdas. And a good start here for the HPD class up front, as only 6 of them out of the 8 started up front. 2 of them didn't take qualifying time, so they started behind the Pro Mazdas. So they got a little bit of work to do right now to get around those slower cars and try to get up here to the front with their class.
Yeah, and Bruce Poole did not start.
Oh, Bruce Poole
So
did
it's
not
just him
start.
back there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We'll be watching these guys wheel these HPDs around Daytona here today, and the Pro Mazdas, as they are coming back out of the infield here and coming back onto the oval portion of Daytona here.
Oh, and Steven Karkner is around. He gets it back going.
Let's go back and take a look at this. Oh, yeah, looked like he just hit that throttle a little too early there coming out of the corner, and around she went, but he didn't hit any other cars, and he didn't get no damage to the car, I don't believe, so he was able to get that car back going, so great. All right, back up front here, Andrew Fiddler coming out to a strong lead already, and they haven't even completed the first lap yet, and he's already 7/10 of a second ahead of second place with Donald Strout.
It's a good battle going on between Marcel Gutierrez and Jos Vandeven.
If we're watching here with Marcel Gutierrez here as he is battling with Jos Vandeven. Right on board here with Gutierrez. I'll give you a view of what the cockpits look like on the HPDs. What the driver sees out from him with a helmet visor. It's a windshield, because there are no windshields in these cars. Jos Vandeven pulling out here on Marcel Gutierrez. They're still battling. I think Jos is going to get him here at the line. But can he keep it held on to the corner here? Yes, he can. He'll make the pass. And he got a new position to overtake here.
And we got a battle for the lead in the Pro Mazdas. Remigio de Pascua's making a pass on Colombi.
Yes, he is. Right behind them is Joel Martin. We got a 3-car pack here in the lead for the Pro Mazdas, and they're still, man, these guys are kind of keeping on their toes here, and they are racing with one another. And we've still got an HPD back here behind them. It is Steven Karkner. That's right on board Steven Karkner, so you can see his view out his helmet visor, and look at the cars he has in front of him. Really, to be truthful, the only battle going on right now is the Pro Mazda battle here. We see Steven Cartner passing here, but they're starting to get a little spread out now. Ooh, that was a little close there. Take a look here at Jose Carlos Capadonico's car, number 44. We'll get on board with him here for a second. We can see a couple of Pro Mazdas ahead of him, but they're a little far away here from him, so he's out here kind of all by himself right now, just riding around this track in his Pro Mazda.
It looks like Cartner's around again in the International Horseshoe, but he gets it back going.
Let's go back and take another look at this. Yeah, he just locked the brakes up coming into the horseshoe there, and whew, he spun the car around. This is his trouble spot right now, looks like, Charles, because that's where he spun out the last time. He was coming out of the horseshoe, and he just gunned the gas a little bit too much. So this time it looked like he locked the brakes up trying to get into it. So, tough break here for Steven with the horseshoe there. He's just having a tough time going through that corner today. Oh, and he's off the track again. Oh, no.
Looks like he's going to call it a day.
Yeah, really does. What happened this time?
Got another battle for the Pro Mazda.
Yes, we do. Oh, no. He lost it coming out of... Oh, man, that sucks.
Oh, we got a really good battle for the lead in the Pro Mazda right now. 3 wide coming around the corner.
Wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, what happened here?
Richard Columbia just lost on his own coming around the first corner there. Really tricky corner.
Yep, we see that. Oh, and he was leading the race too. Oh no.
Yeah, now his damage is real bad. He's going to have a tough time. He's going to have to pit and repair that.
Let's ride on board here with Demigio Dubosca. So we watch him here race his car here around Joel Martin and Gianni Rospaldo.
Oh no! Fiddler, leader in the HPD, is around.
Oh no! Oh yeah, he clipped the pit road wall. Oh no! Let's watch that again. We'll watch it on board here.
Break.
Yeah, that's a tough break, clipping the tires like that right there at that wall for pit road. Ouch.
Well, what happened there, I think he was just going for every inch to go faster. And
yes,
sometimes he can go 1 inch too far, and that's what will happen.
Yes, it will. So now the leader in HPDs is Donald Strout. Yeah, and right there, folks, here on the suspension view here, you can just see how violent those rumble strips are to these HPD car suspensions. Wow, those rear tires there were just bouncing around when Donald Strout was going over those curbs.
Still got a good battle for the lead in the Pro Mazda series.
Yep, Remigio De Pasqua running in second here in the Pro Mazdas. There's Richard. Oh, excuse me, Joel Martin's running in sixth. I was looking at Richard Columbi's car number. His number is 6, and that's kind of what threw me off, so I apologize there. But yeah, Joel Martin is here in first, but he's got Remigio catching him here pretty quickly, as we could see. Wow, these guys are just battling it up here. Wow, some great action here in the Pro Mazda front half here. As they dive into turn 1. Wow, man, these guys are still side by side. Ooh, going through the International Horseshoe right now. Wow, that was a little hairy right there, but they got out of that. Looked like Remigio got a little loose there, but he was able to save the car, and he's still racing up here with Joel. But that did allow Harold Linville to catch them a little bit, and he's wanting to get back in on the action now. Wow, this is where the racing's at right now, folks, right here at these 3 cars in the Pro Mazdas. Real quick here, though, we're going to check back in on race leader in the HPDs, Donald Strout. He is on pit road.
Yeah, Fiddler's back in the lead.
Yes, he is. Donald Strout's pulling away here. Is it possibly? Yes, pit stop here, I believe, because Joseph Vandeven was on pit road along with him.
Ah, must be strategy.
Yes. And they're coming back off pit road now here, coming in the International Horseshoe. So those guys' pit stops have cycled through. We'll get up here on race leader in HPD's Andrew Fiddler. And we will see if he chooses to come down pit road this time by, or if he will stay out.
Also, he's coming up to the back of the Pro Mazdas.
Yes, he is. Oh, there's a lot of HPDs coming back. Oh, no!
Andy Morgan got in the back of Stephen Karkner.
I believe that was Andy Morgan. Yeah, let's go back and take a look at this. Riding on board here with Andy Morgan. Oh yeah, they started to break for the Pro Mazdas, and he got it into the back of Stephen Kartner.
Got trapped again going into the Horseshoe, International Horseshoe. There's a few HPDs trying to get around some Pro Mazdas. They made it through though.
Yeah, that is Andy Morgan there trying to make around those Pro Mazdas. I believe that is. Let me say that is. Is that Gianni Rospaldo behind him? Oh, Gianni's in a Pro Mazda. Excuse me.
Yeah, that was Gianni they were passing.
Yeah, that was Gianni they were passing, yes.
It's very treacherous trying to get around these cars in the inside of the oval there. It's really tough.
Yeah. Let's take a look here at Dennis Cook in the Pro Mazdas. He started 12th overall and is currently running 10th overall. So he has gained a few positions here, so that is good to see. Yeah, it gets really treacherous out there on the track when those HPDs start catching up to these Pro Mazdas.
Harold Linville's around in turn 1.
Oh no. And he's having such a great run with the leaders up there. Let's go back and take a look at this. Yeah, he was right there with the leaders, so let's see what happened. Oh! Let's go back on that a little bit here. Let's ride on board here and see exactly what happened. Well, it looked like he really misjudged where the car on the outside of him was going to go, and he clipped the grass right there at pit road exit, and that spun him around. So a tough break after having a great run with those two front runners there. Yeah, he's nowhere near them now. That's also allowed Joel Martin to pull away there from second place a little bit. That is Remigio De Pasqua. Taking a look here at Gianni Raspado in the Pro Mazdas. Looks like there's no one absolutely around him anywhere here. Taking a look out the back. There's not a car in sight. Looking from the cockpit view, he's coming into the bus stop, and you can kind of see a car out there going around turn 3 of the oval, but he's already gone now, so that's kind of giving you a description of how spread out these cars have gotten since this race has started. I'm not getting Donald Strout's car anymore, Charles. I think he's taking his car behind the wall.
Oh, he's still out there.
What?
This is 4th right now.
Yeah, this is weird. I am not able to get a look at his car. It's not showing me at all where he's at.
Well, yeah, he's sitting 4th.
There we go, finally. Sorry for the technical difficulties there, folks. I don't know what happened. It just automatically switched over to him there, but something was wrong there with my camera, I'm guessing. We got it fixed now, and yes, he is still on the racetrack here, running in 4th place. He is coming up on a Pro Mazda here. I believe that is Gianni Raspado he's coming up on here. Yes, it is.
And the two Pro Mazdas are still battling out. This is pretty good.
Yes, it is. Now, we've got Joost Van de Ven right here behind Donald Strout in the HPDs. And Donald will go around the Pro Mazda of Gianni Raspado. And so will Joost Van de Ven. As we'll go back and take a look at the battle here in the Pro Mazdas against Joel Martin and Remigio De Pasqua. And I tell you, this is the racing right here, right now, folks. I mean, this is the only really race going on right now. I really don't see Andy Morgan and Dode Hoskins battling up there at all, hardly. I believe Dode's right there with him, though. Let's take a look here. No, he's not. Dode's actually behind the leaders here of the Pro Mazdas. So, yeah, this is really the only race going on right now for a leading position. So, we'll keep tabs on this for a few minutes here and see how these guys take it, because we've got Dode Hoskins and an HPD coming up behind them here. So we'll kind of see how this plays out with them racing.
Van de Ven is trying to catch Strout for 3rd in the so there is a bit of a battle going on there.
Yes, there is. I'm looking at that right now. And Van de Ven is turning the pressure up on Donald Strout here, turning the heat up on his own race car. He's saying, man, I want to catch him and get this position.
You might be close enough to be able to make a move going into turn 1.
This is a battle for 3rd position here against Donald Strout and Joost Van de Ven. We'll see here as they come down to the bus stop here if we can get a good run on him coming out of it, possibly going into turn 3 of the oval. Let's ride on board here with Joost Van de Ven, the cockpit view, and just kind of watch how he's taken to the racing line here, trying to catch Donald Strout. good racing there between those two, Donald Strout and Joseph Vanderven. Let's check back here on the Pro Mazda battle against Joel Martin here in Remigio de Pasqua. Looks like Remigio has kind of fallen off of Joel Martin a little bit here. Joel's kind of got a little bit of a gap between them two and each other here now as they're racing here coming into the bus stop. And as we speak of that, I can see behind these guys that Donald Strout and Joel Martin's not too far behind, so they're starting to catch up with these guys. Or, excuse me, not Donald Strout and Joel Martin, but Donald Strout and Joseph Vanderven.
Vanderven's got a good run on Strout.
Oh, yes, I see that. Coming into turns 3 and 4 here of the oval. Ooh, they're side by side here, coming off turn 4 of the oval here, coming to the start-finish line. And I think Joseph Vanderven's going to get Strout here. Yes, he will. Oh, and what a bad place and bad timing to catch up with these Pro Mazdas going into this part of the racetrack. See what happens here as I come into the International Horseshoe here and see if these guys can get around the leaders of the Pro Mazda pack here. A-OK. Might be a little bit better for Donald Strout here. He might be able to get a run on Joseph Vanderven because it looks like these guys are just out here racing their own race, and looks like Joseph's having trouble right now getting around De Pasqua right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to wait to the long straightaway. It's going to be really tough to pass through here, so he's just going to be patient.
Exactly.
Right here, he'll just turn it on. He'll go around him easily.
Yep, there he goes. Wow, that's just so amazing at how much faster, the cars are compared to the Pro Mazdas, and how they can get around these guys so easily on the straightaways. But it is very tough to get around them when you are on the infield portion of the racetrack or you're going through the bus stop. All right, folks, well, let's take one more look here at your Pro Mazda Series leader here. It is Joel Martin, and he is racing with Remigio de Pasqua. And then we'll take a look here at the leaders in the HPD class, and that is Joseph Vanderven, as it looks like the other leaders, Andy Morgan and the guys, have hit pit road. But here's a look at your overall top 5. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. And we're back here to Daytona here with the 60 Plus Racing League here as they are running the HPD class and the Pro Mazdas in a different class. So we will have 2 different class winners here, and we'll get with them after the race and kind of see how their racing went today. But it's been kind of an up and down day up here in the HPD class as we've had, drivers pitting, lead changes happening and occurring, and now Joseph Vanderven is out front for the first time today here as he is finally gotten his way up here, and but it looks like that the Pro Mazda guys here, Joel Martin is still leading this. Oh no, Joel is on pit road now here in the Pro Mazda, so the Pro Mazdas are making pit stops as well, Charles.
Yes, they are. Actually, I just saw Harold Linville. He just wrecked in turn 1 and got stuck in the tire barrier. Actually.
Oh no. That's a bummer. He's sitting on pit road right now, so it looks like he's got a lot of
battle
damage.
coming out of pit road between Remigio De Pasqua and Joe Martin.
Yes, sir. It looks like Remigio will get that battle there. And he'll come back out in front of Joel Martin here. Currently right now, the leader in Pro Mazdas is Richard Columbi. Ten laps remaining here out of 25 today at Daytona. I believe the HPD leaders are, though, coming to make it 9 to go. Yes, they are. It is 9 laps to go now as they are coming out of turn 1 and turn 2 here. Now they're coming into the International Horseshoe, and looks like Jose Vanderven and Donald Stroud are still racing hard. Donald is about a second off of Jose right now, though, but there's still plenty enough time in this race for Donald to make a move and try to get back up here and start racing with Jose once again.
Dode's around. Dode Hoskins is around.
Uh-oh. Let's go take a look here.
Looks
Dode
like there
Hoskins.
might have been contact with the Pro Mazda.
Oh, no. Let's take a look here. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, Pro Mazda and HPD got into it there. Ooh. Let's take a look here on the cockpit view here of Dode Hoskins. That was the 44 car of Jose Carlos Campodonico that made contact with Dode. Yeah, it looks like Jose just really didn't know which way Dode was going to go. And when Dode went high, Jose also come up a little bit and clipped him. And then when they come back around, even more happened there. And wow, just a tough break. And those two got involved. But the other HPD behind them was able to make it on around. And no other issue was involved there. But those two got some damaged race cars here. And looks like Dode Hoskins is able to continue, but I don't know if Jose did or not. Let's check it out. He's got some damage there. He's coming into pit road now, so hopefully he hasn't used both of his quick fixes yet, and we'll see if he does use a quick fix here and try to get the number 44 Pro Mazda repaired and get back out on the racetrack there for Jose Carlos Campodonico. Let's take a look here at Andrew Fiedler, the guy who started on the pole position in the HPD class today here at Daytona. He is currently running in 4th. He also led 7 laps today. We got 8 laps to go now here from Daytona. Go up front here and get onto your race leader, Jose Vanderven. Jose started 4th today in the HPDs and is currently running in the lead. You can see him passing Dode Hoskins here. Joel Martin has made it back into the lead here in the Pro Mazda class.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No, Remigio's still in the lead.
Oh. Well, I do apologize for that, folks. My thing showed him in the lead. But no, it is Remigio De Pasqua. I will say one thing, I'm glad I have you here, Charles, to help me with this, because this higher TVO can be finicky at sometimes, and when I make a click, it doesn't really show sometimes what I need it to show me, so that's why I got confused. So
Oh, it's okay.
oh, we see Remigio blinking there a little bit, but he looks okay now. 7 laps to go here, and we'll get back up here on the leaders in the HPD class, which is Joost Vandeven. Dalton Strout has reeled him back in here a little bit.
Yeah, if he can get a run to the bus stop, he might be able to catch him into one.
Yes, he might. Oh yeah, look at that run right there. That was perfect right there going over those rumble strips. And if he can stay behind him right here and get it and stay in his line here, going through 3 and 4 the oval here, might be able to get a run 2 into 1 here, as you said.
Also, it looks like Andy Morgan's slightly catching him too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, we might have a 3-car battle here for the HPD class, something we haven't seen for the most part of the race here. The big battle was in the Pro Mazda division back there, but it looks like we might have a pretty big battle here in the HPD stirring up. And Andy Morgan and Joost Vandeven are teammates, so that'd be even better to have a teammate battle. 6 laps remaining here at Daytona. Let's ride on board here with Andy Morgan and show you what he sees from his cockpit view as he's catching these 2 front runners. Looks like the front runners here in the HPD class are starting to catch some Pro Mazdas. It looks like it is the lead pack here of the Pro Mazdas. Yes, it is. It's Joel Martin and DePasqua. They'll get around these guys with hardly no issue. Let's take a look back here at Joel Martin now, and we'll ride on board with him here for a few minutes as he is starting to reel back in Remigio here. Ooh, Remigio got a little loose there in turn 1. That did allow Joel to get a little bit of ground back on him, but this is still a good battle between these two. These two have been battling all day long here in the Pro Mazdas as we see them come into the International Horseshoe here as they come out of it now. Ooh, Remigio ran a little wider there than what Joel Martin did, but I think that was okay coming off of the corner. He didn't want to do that right in the middle of the corner, though. That could have been costly. These guys are racing it up pretty nicely here between the 2 series here, the HPDs and the Pro Mazdas here. We see Joel Martin now getting a little bit of a run here on the Remigio now as they're in turns 1 and 2 of the oval. Yep, he's starting to make a move here. Oh, it looked like he smacked the wall there a little bit coming off turn 2 for Joel Martin, but he's going to get around Remigio, it looks like, and Joel Martin will retake the lead here in the Pro Mazdas going into the bus stop. This race isn't over yet. I think Remigio's still got something in store here for Joel Martin before this race is over. We still have 5 laps to go, but coming to 4 to go here in the HPDs. I hate to leave this race right here. We do need to check in one more time here on the front runners here of the HPD class. As you see, they really are in really that much of a battle like the Pro Mazdas here, but they are trying their best here to get around Joost Vandeven here. Let's go back here one more time and check out the Pro Mazda battle. Wow, they're going side by side into turn 1 here. Joel Martin and Remigio DePasqua. Wow, they got Dode Hoskins coming up behind them in an HPD here. But wow, Remigio will take back over the lead on Joel Martin. Remigio's starting to get a little distance on Joel now, so we'll see if Joel can catch back up to Remigio, but we see that he can get his best run coming out onto the oval part of the track. When he was through turns 1 and 2 there, and then down the back stretch to the bus stop, and then 3 and 4, he had his best run. But when they get back into the infield, it looks like Remigio's just got a little bit better of a run through the infield portion of the track than what Joel does. Back up front here now, Joseph Vandeven still leading overall here and leading the HPD class. As we see a Pro Mazda on the apron here. I believe that was the 44 car of Jose Carlos Campodonico, and yes, it is. He does have some of that damage repaired, but it looks like he's got more damage on his car now since he has gotten the damage repaired when he got into it with Dote Hoskins in an HPD car. So all in all, tough day here for Jose Carlos Campodonico in the 44 car. We do have 2 drivers out currently. That is Stephen Kartner and Harold Linville. And we have one driver that did not start the race today. And I believe that was, who was that?
Bruce Poole.
Bruce Poole, yes. Right along here with the today's pole sitter, who is currently running in 4th in the HPD class, Andrew Fiddler. Wow, Joel Martin has lost a substantial amount of ground now over Remigio De Pasqua.
Yeah, a few laps ago, it looks like he had a really bad entrance to the bus stop and got way too far to the right.
Oh, no. Well, Charles, looking at how far back he is from Remigio now, just 2 laps remaining, do you think he has enough time to possibly catch back up to him and get a good run pass?
Oh, he definitely got enough time.
We'll keep tabs on that as well as looking back up here at the overall HPD leaders here. They're still battling out here with Donald Strout and Andy Morgan and Joseph Vandeven here. Right along here with Donald Strout. And we are looking at the leaders here in the HPDs as they're coming around to the tri-oval here to take the white flag. One more lap to go here for the 60 Plus Racing League HPD class and Pro Mazda class here at Daytona.
Strout is right there too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, we're going to watch this battle right here, folks, to see if Donald Strout can make a move here on Joseph Vandeven and get home to the checkered flag. This is a good race right now. We'll see what happens as it folds out here. As right now they're in the infield road course section of the track as they get ready to come back out onto the oval here in just a few more corners. I don't think we can count out Andy Morgan yet either. He looks like he's got a pretty strong race car, and he might be having something stored up here to try when they get back out to the oval portion of the track here. Oh, here he goes already. Wow, runs a little wide there. Trying to get around Donald Strout. He did get a run on him, but I think running wide right there just might cost him a little bit there. But man, Donald Strout's lost so much time there coming out of the infield section. to Jose Vandeven. Jose got a good run there coming off the infield section onto the oval portion of the track. Let's see what they can do coming in at the bus stop. Oh, and they got some traffic here in the Pro Mazdas coming in the bus stop. Oh, no.
Yeah, that seemed like a bad area for these HPDs to catch those.
Yes, it was. I think that did indeed cause an issue there for Donald Stroud. He lost a little bit of ground there to Jose Vandeven as they come off turn 4 of the oval here, coming down to the checkered flag. Looks like your winner today here at Daytona in the HPD class will indeed be Jose Vandeven, so congratulations to him. Let's go check out the battle here in the Pro Mazdas as they still have one more lap to go. Remigio De Pasqua leading the race here. Joel Martin behind him in second here. Joel is starting to close back in on him a little bit, but from the distance that he has right now, I think the only way he's going to be able to get him here is if he gets a good run coming off turn 2 of the oval and gets a good shot at the bus stop. If he doesn't, I think Remigio might possibly have the checkered flag here in hand.
If he can get a good run to the bus stop, this is going to be close.
Yes.
And I think he might have enough, but it's going to be close.
Oh, he clipped the apron there a little bit. He's getting a run here. He's coming. This is going to be a great finish here in the Pro Mazdas. Wow, look at this. Joel Martin moving to the outside. Remigio De Pasqua on the out and inside. Oh, no. Wow. Awesome move. You were right. He had a run. Joel Martin will get the win in the Pro Mazdas.
Good race. That was a
yes, that was a good race. All right, folks, we'll get down here and talk to your winners and the top 3 finishers in each division here. We'll start out with the HPDs, and we'll get a word in with Jose Vandeven here momentarily.
Donald, I translate for Remigio because Remigio don't speak English. I speak bad, but he don't speak.
Tell him, good job. Congratulations.
Tell him the same for me, please. Great race.
Jose Vandeven, you got a copy. Jose, are you there?
I don't know where he went.
Yoss is still here, but he can't seem to speak for some reason. He can't speak. I've got him on diddle.
Okay, well, if we can get his mic situation figured out, we'll talk to Donald. So, Donald, you got a copy?
Sure do. How you doing there, Jeff?
No, I'm doing fine. So tell us about your racing out there tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, at Daytona. You had a great battle there between Andy Morgan and Jose Vandeven. You led a few laps, and tell us what your racing efforts were to try to get around Jose there at the end.
Well, you know, basically those two guys are very good drivers, and I knew I couldn't outdrive them necessarily, so what I did is I tried to let Joseph get ahead of me, and I kept him in the draft and hopefully Andy behind me. And I think it was about on lap 22, I tested to see if I could draft by Jose before the start-finish, and it looked like I might be able to. So I was trying to set up a last lap pass on the draft, and I ran into traffic just as I was going into the chicane. So that was the end of that strategy. And Jose did a fine job. He didn't miss a beat anywhere, so he deserved the win. Congratulations to him.
Exactly. Well, kind of tell us about the pit stop strategies that unfolded today. The first couple road course races of your season, we didn't see pit stops, but today here at Daytona, you made the race a little longer and had pit stops to come into play into the strategy. How do you feel that pit stops went through today in both series or classes, and how that made the racing more, better with the pit stops?
Well, I think basically the top guys figured out how to adjust the fuel and to clear the tires, so that reduced the amount of time in the pit stops. I was surprised that Joseph got through the pits so fast. So he obviously used the same strategy I was and probably put in a little bit less fuel because I had about 15 pounds of fuel left at the end of the race. So he was a lot quicker through the pits than I was, and I think that closed the gap because I think I was a little bit ahead of him when I went into the pits.
Exactly. All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish today here, Donald. Do you have anybody that you'd like to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate your finish?
No, I just always thank God and pray for everybody that's having health problems. I hope that everything turns out well for everybody concerned, and have a great day.
All right, Donald, great. We'll see you next week. Andy, you got a copy?
Yep, sure do. My mic's a bit crackly. Hope I'm coming through clearly.
Yeah, you sound fine. Well, give us your rundown on the race today, man. That was a great race you had out there with Donald Strout and teammate Joseph Vandeven out there today. But tell us what your strategy plan was and what you think you needed to do to try to get around these two and get a win out of this today here at Daytona.
Well, I was late arriving today. I arrived and just managed to get 2 qualifying laps in no notice, so I was quite surprised to start in third alongside Yoss. And I took it steady off the start and held my position. And then Andrew had a spin turn 1, so I was through into second behind Donald. Sat there quite happy, and then I got a little bit too eager on the throttle coming off the infield to the bank in and spun it and dropped it a little bit. And anyway, when I come out from the pits, I was about behind Yoss and Donald, and slowly made my way back up behind them with laps to go. But it was a battle with the traffic, and the last lap, Donald was setting up Yoss, and I was hoping to set Donald up at the bus stop, but we just caught a lap car. It was a bit of a moment there going in there. I locked up and was lucky not to hit anyone. Just glad to get through that and finish through.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Andy, kind of give us your viewpoint on today's race here with the two different class types. The Pro Mazdas were really slow compared to the HPDs, and what was your plans to when you would catch one of those Pro Mazdas on how to get around them?
Well, I just hoped I didn't cause any of them too much problems. I just seemed to be catching them going one or the bus stop. That always seemed to be where I seemed to be catching them. So I was trying to go around the outside of them, trying not to dive bomb them or anything like that. But the closing speed is such a big speed difference that it happens so quick, and it's very easy to get caught out.
Exactly, yeah. Well, great racing today here from Daytona all around from both series. But do you have anybody that you'd like to give thanks or shout out to, Andy, before you go celebrate your third place finish?
Just all the guys for turning up, making it such a great race, and I just enjoy the series so much. Forward to the next round.
All right, Andy. Congratulations on your third place finish there at Daytona. We'll see you next week.
Just go ahead and ask Andrew how he thought of the race, because he really did a fine job sitting on the pole there, Jeff.
I believe Andrew just disconnected. I don't think he's in here.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I would have, but he threw the coop. But Joseph, did you figure out your mic there? Are you here?
How is it now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Well, Joseph, you got the win today here at Daytona. Give us your rundown of your game plan here and how your pit stops helped you out and your racing there with Donald and Andy today.
Well, on
the qualifying wasn't the best today. On my first lap, I had 2 spins. After that, I didn't want to take a risk, so I just qualified 4th place. After that, I wanted to race a steady race. Andrew hit the pit wall, I believe, in after 5 laps, so I could pass him. Then Donald went in the pits, and I followed him because there was some traffic. I guess I made there my win because I was 5 seconds behind, and we went out the pit together. So maybe that's the key to the win. And after that, Andy and Donald were on my tail the whole race. And like Donald said, he could pass me maybe in the last lap, but there was some traffic, so that was a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how did you, transpire when you caught up to one of those Pro Mazdas today? What was going through your mind to get around those cars in a safely manner when you would catch them, knowing they were slower than the HPDs?
Well, I didn't want to disturb their race, so I was very careful. I had a few scary moments with almost a spin. But yeah, I went safe through the traffic. I find it very exciting with the traffic, so it's an extra challenge for me.
Exactly, yeah. Very challenging race today here compared to everybody, even in the Pro Mazdas. They had great racing all around, and you and Donald and Andy had great racing there at the end all around as well. So congratulations, Jose, on your win today here at Daytona. Do you have anybody that you'd like to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate your victory?
Well, I want to thank all the other competitors for letting me have a safe race. And also the other podium, the Pro Mazda, Joe, Remigio, and Richard. And of course, Donald and my teammate Andy. Congratulations.
All right, Joe. Well, congratulations on your win here at Daytona, and we'll see you next week.
Well, next week I won't be there.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you when you come back then for the next race. Put it that way.
That was new for everybody.
All righty, Joel Martin, do you have a copy?
I sure do.
Well, Joel, tell us about that battle you had there with Remigio de Pasqua there in the Pro Mazdas all day here at Daytona. That battle looked awesome, and just kind of tell us what your thoughts were on that battle with him.
It was great. It was just a great time. It was a very good race. It kind of went to plan. Run a lot of races at Daytona and stuff, and the thing is just to be within a second when you're coming to the flag and off the bus stop, and you'll pass the guy like I did. So that worked out. It wasn't quite as easy as that. I lost the second frame on the pit stop. I think I probably took an extra gallon of fuel or something like that. And he got out ahead of me, so I ran him down. I was worried about Richard too. Apparently he had something going off early, but the 3 cars, it was quite a lot of fun for the first few laps, and then it down to Remigio, and I just thought if I could stay with him and maybe have a chance to make that pass in the last lap, and it worked out.
Yes, it did, man. That was just some great racing, and that was a great run you was able to acquire there on Remigio and get a run there coming off the turn for the oval and get around him there and take the win. That was some great racing all day long. We've seen a lot of lead changes in both series there compared all around the HPDs to the Pro Mazdas. So kind of tell us on what your thoughts were, compared to driving the Pro Mazda when you would see an HPD coming up behind you knowing they had faster speeds.
Well, I've run every endurance race that iRacing has had, and I've been to a lot of endurance races in real life and crude and stuff. So At Daytona, the smaller cars just stay on the bottom as far as I'm concerned. Just don't try to do anything else. And I did it every lap. And so they've got plenty of room. They get by. You do have to be aware and pay attention to the F3 and where the other cars are. But again, I'm like Josh. I don't want to get in the way of somebody else's race, but they're really good about it. Overall, they're really good. I didn't see a single dive bomb all day long.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great racing all around both series. Tell us, because you guys haven't had to make pit stops before, except for the IndyCar race there last week at Phoenix. But the road course races, compared to today, you had to make a pit stop. So kind of tell us the difference between that and how it helped, with your strategies to get a win.
Well, again, due to being used to running these endurance races, it was part of the deal. I did exactly what Donald was talking about. I calculated how much fuel it was going to take, and I'd run enough practice to know the tires were going to last just fine. So the only thing you had to do was take in the fuel, and just be careful and not speed in the pits and get a penalty or something like that. But just get it down and get it through the pits, get the fuel, and get out.
All right, great, Joel. Well, congratulations on your win today here at Daytona in the Pro Mazda class. Do you have anybody you'd like to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody, Donald and you and everybody else in this league that puts on such a good show. It's just a lot of fun.
Exactly. All right, Joel, congratulations, and we'll see you in the next race.
Thank you.
All right, Charles, let's run down through the results here and close this one out for today. All right, finishing and winning the race in the HPD class today will be Joseph Vandeven, so congratulations to Joseph for winning the race today in the HPD class. Donald Strout will come in second. Had a great race there with him today, and Andy Morgan, with Andy Morgan coming home in third. Andrew Fiddler, today's pole sitter in the HPD class, sadly will finish in fourth position. Dode Hoskins will finish in fifth, and Marcel Gutierrez will finish sixth. Charles?
All right, the winner in the Pro Mazda class will be Joel Martin. Remigio will finish a close second. Really good battle between them two. Third will be Richard Colombi. Fourth will be Gianna Raspato. Finishing fifth will be Dennis Cook. Finishing sixth will be Jose Carlos Campodonico. Seventh will go to Harold Linville. And Stephen Karkner will finish last. He was in the HPD. I think he DNF'd.
Yes, he did. And Bruce Poole was also supposed to be in an HPD as well, but he did not start the race today. So thank you, folks, for tuning in today here on Redline TV. I'm Jeff Dodson alongside Charles Smith, and we'll see you next time here for the next 60 Plus Racing League Series race.